If you are a producer and you want to blow up your stuff because you are stuck at the moment, you gotta do these things that I'm about to tell you. And I promise you, they will help you instantly. If you think, why should I listen to that guy? It's because I've tried all these things I'm about to tell you on my own. I've tried so many different ways to grow my personal brand as a producer and generated thousands of views with each one. No matter if it's posting tutorials, doing personal content, growing a type beat channel, posting sound kits, I've checked all those boxes. If you watch the full video, you will know exactly what to do to be successful in every single one of these areas. Because I will give you 3 fundamental rules which will guarantee success and help you to grow your personal brand, which will automatically lead to whatever you want to achieve with your music. No matter if it's more money, more songs, more placements, more sales of digital products. Before we get into those 3 rules, I want you to understand something else first. As a creative, it is hard to get rid of that mindset that everything has to be perfect. I do speak out of experience. And that's why we can't remind ourselves often enough to just do something instead of overthinking the process for way too long. See, not every content piece has to go viral and not every beat has to get placed or be sold. If you always think that the next thing you're gonna do has to be the biggest thing you've ever did, the next type beat that you upload has to be the type beat that gets the most views, or the next content piece you post has to be the biggest video you've ever released or the biggest post, then you will probably spend too much time on something that will not have the impact on your music career and your music business that you need at that moment to take a step forward. So here's how to fix that. Have you ever heard about the Pareto principle, which is also known as the 80-20 rule? That rule says that you secure 80% of the success just with 20% of the total effort, which means that the rest of the effort usually has a minimal impact on the success. That's what every producer needs to hear. Most producers think that they need to work as hard as possible to even have a chance of taking a step forward in their music career or with their music business. But in my opinion, that's not the case. You just have to work smart. A smart approach always beats a hard approach. I've did some videos in the past on this YouTube channel where I spent 10 to 15 hours on the whole production of the video just for them to end up with 400 to 500 views. And then I did some videos where I just spent 3 to 5 hours on the whole production of the video and got thousands of views with them. So I could have made 3 of those videos in the same time. And the explanation why that video where I put way more effort into didn't outperform the other video. Pretty simple. Because the video concept just was better. It was a smarter video. Maybe it had a better title. Maybe the topic was just a topic that way more people were interested in. But the editing didn't have as much impact as the overall concept of the video. And I sometimes got that with my samples and loops too. I spent 1 or 2 hours on a loop, playing 4 to 5 guitar top lines, tweak the effects, bounce it out, pitch it up, pitch it down, add a new mastering chain, try to be super creative with it just for nobody to use it, and then I do some 20 or 30-minute loops, simple chord progression, just something basic to fill the pack a little bit more, do 2 collab sales instantly. Most of the time, these little details that we like to tweak a lot don't have as much of an impact on the success of our music as we want them to. And those are just some simple examples to show that no matter how much time you spend on something creative, it might not help the success. So how can you guarantee success then? So the first rule to guarantee success is to do the most important task for your music business right in the morning as the first to do of the day. The second most important task is to subscribe to the channel real quick if you watched the video until this point. If you want to grow a type beat channel, gotta do that beat for the day right in the morning and schedule that upload. Do you know that there are producers out there that grow multiple of these channels at the same time? And to be able to do that, you gotta wake up in the morning and the first thing you do is making the beats for all those channels, schedule the uploads, post them on BeatStars. That is the most important task of that business model. I know that from my own experience. I'm into content creation and I didn't do as much content as I needed to, just because I didn't do the most important task in the morning right away. That is one of my biggest learning of the first 3 months of this year. I didn't post as much content as I wanted to in those 3 months. And as I said, the reason why is because I didn't prioritize the most important task to be able to post as much as I wanted to and didn't do it right in the morning. Let me know in the comments which is the most important task for you at the moment. So which is the business model you're working on? Do you make type beats? Do you want to make content? Or do you want to get collab sales and make a bunch of loops? Let me know in the comments which one of those is your priority at the moment, just to remind yourself and hold yourself accountable to prioritize the right task every single day. The second rule is to be everywhere. Every producer that blew up these past 2 or 3 years has been present with his content all over the internet. Just take a look at Kavi. I've got so much respect for a grind like that. Every single day you can see a reel of him an Instagram story or YouTube content. And as a result, he got all the things every producer wants. He got multiple placements through his sound kits, for example, Equal Dirt with Rilo, or even a song with SZA and Future came through one of his sound kits. If you sell digital products, like every producer does, because at the end of the day, a beat is a digital product, a loop is a digital product, a sound kit is a digital product, you gotta make sure that as many people as possible see them. And don't give too much of a damn about views, likes, followers, all that stuff. Just post everywhere and see what it does. And the third and the last rule is to produce before you consume. And that is, if not the most important rule, is it's so easy nowadays to consume. You get addicted to this damn thing so easily. Just scroll endless hours on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube Shorts, or whatever. And since we are producers, our task is to produce. We need to live by the quote, produce before consume. It's so important that you hold yourself accountable for that. No matter how your day looks like, if you haven't produced something yet, a sample, a beat, a video, or you worked on a digital product like a sound kit or something like that, then don't consume anything else. Produce, then consume. In best case, you don't consume at all, but I think that's a little bit too unrealistic. But if you need to, write it down and pin it right on your screen or on your studio speakers, wherever you can see them the whole day, so you remind yourself that you need to produce first before you consume anything else. And if you follow those 3 rules, I'm so confident that you will be able to take a step forward with your music career every single day. And if a Typey channel is the business model of your choice, you better check out this video to know what you signed up for.